simultaneous linear equation. That means I have some linear equation and I want to solve those equations simultaneously. To instruct the computer system, I required instruction or I required some data. The main advantage of numerical and statistical analysis, that is nothing but image processing. Hello to all, a warm welcome to my introductory session on numerical and statistical analysis. I am Revati from the Department of Computer Science, Vidhyaashram, First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence, MYSURU. Dear student, you may ask me that I am B.C.A student and why I want to study this subject. This is the most common question I'm going to expect from B.C.A student. Anyway, dear student, if I consider computer science, that is computer application, then we are going to play with the numbers. To play with the numbers, I required numerical and statistical analysis. Now, the applications of numerical and statistical analysis are, if I consider AI. So, what is this AI? That's nothing but artificial intelligence. That means in the field of artificial intelligence, I'm going to use numbers. If I go with deep learning, once again, numbers. If I go with machine learning, once again, I'm going to play with numbers. If I consider neural networks, once again, I'm going to play with the numbers. So, dear student, if I consider digital image processing or if I consider voice recognition or facial recognition, I'm going to play with the numbers, and these are the certain areas I'm going to use numericals. For that reason, we are going to study numericals in our specialization. Now, if I consider today's agenda, here I'm going to cover prerequisites. Along with that, I'm going to learning outcome. Along with that, I'm going to deal with the number of units comes under the subject. Along with that, I'm going to deal with internal pattern as well as I'm going to deal with external question paper pattern. Now, dear student, instead of wasting much of time, let's see the prerequisites. So anyway, dear student, to study this subject, you does not require any prerequisites because almost all the peoples are familiar with basic arithmetics like addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. And to understand the subject, if you have the knowledge like addition, subtraction, multiplication as well as division, that is enough. Along with that, I'm going to start from the scratch. That means what is number system? What are the different types of number system? And why I required number system in our computer application? All those things I'm going to explain. So, you does not required any prerequisites to understand this subject. I hope you are clear with this concept. Now, if I consider learning outcome, if I study this subject, then what I'm going to gain? That is, you can able to apply the knowledge of numerical methods in C. That means in this subject, we are going to study bisection method, Rapson method, Newton's method, Rangekutta method. So all these numerical methods I can able to implement in C program. Now you can able to apply the concept of data representation. So dear student, what is the meaning of data representation? If I consider computer system, computers are able to understand only zeros and ones. So what is this 0 and 1? That is nothing but machine code. And if I say hi, now this is converted into zeros and ones. Now who is responsible for converting this? That is known as data representation. So here we have binary number system, octal number system, decimal number system, hexadecimal number system, etc. So here we can able to apply the concept of and data representation along with that analysis in various fields of computer applications like image processing. So what is the main advantage of numerical and statistical analysis? That is nothing but image processing. That is digital image processing. Now it helps to demonstrate understanding of common numerical methods and how they are used to obtain approximate solutions to otherwise intractable mathematical problems. That means by using some numerical methods, we can able to get the approximate solution. So what is approximate? That means it's not exact solution. That is somewhat nearer to the exact solution. That is approximate solution. Now the next outcome here is apply numerical methods to obtain approximate solutions to mathematical problems. That means if you have any mathematical problems, you can able to get the approximate solution by using some of the predefined methods. Now, it helps to analyze and evaluate the accuracy of common numerical methods. So these are the some of the study outcome or learning outcome of this subject. Now, if I consider unit 1, under unit 1, I have computer arithmetic. Now, the question here arises that why I want to study computer arithmetic. So, dear student, computers are electronic machines, and if I want the computer to perform some work, then I have to instruct the computer system. To instruct the computer system, I required instruction or I required some data. Now, whatever the data I'm going to feed, that is in the form of text or some data. Now, I want to convert that text to computer understandable form. For that, I required computer arithmetic. And if I consider computer arithmetic, I have floating point representation of numbers. Along with that, I have arithmetic operations with normalization. Along with that, I'm going to have finding the roots of equation. That means in the given equation, I want to find the roots of the equation. And what are the methods I have to find the root of an equation? That is iterative method. That is simply applying iterations. Then I have bisection methods. Along with that, I have Newton-Raphson method. Along with that, I have regular falsy method. So these are the some of the methods mainly used to find the roots of an equation, and these are the two chapters comes under unit 1. Now if I consider unit 2, under unit 2 I have solving simultaneous linear equation. That means I have some linear equation and I want to solve those equations simultaneously. For that, I have Gauss elimination method. Along with that, I have Gauss-Jordan method. Along with that, I have Gauss-Seidel iterative method. So, this is the first chapter comes under Unit 2. Now, what is my next chapter comes under Unit 2? That is interpolation. Under interpolation, I have Lagrange interpolation. Along with that, Newton-Gregorge forward and backward interpolation. Along with that, truncation error in interpolation. These are the three topics we are going to study under interpolation. Now, if I consider Unit 3, under Unit 3, I have ordinary differential equation. I have some differential equation, and what are the methods I have to solve differential equations? That is nothing but Ural's methods, Taylor series method, Runge-Kutta, second and fourth order methods. Along with that, I have numerical integration. Under that, I have Simpson's 1/3 as well as 3/8 rule. So these are the two chapters I'm going to study under Unit 3. Now, if I consider Unit 4, under Unit 4, I have standard deviations. Under that, I have median mode as well as correlation. So, I want to find the average of a given number, that is known as mean. I'm going to study how to find the mean, how to find the mode, how to find the standard deviation as well as how to find the correlation. So dear student, these are the 4 units comes under numerical and statistical analysis. Now let's see the marks allotted for each internals. So dear student, for first internals 20 marks and unit 1 and unit 2. And for second internals once again 20 marks, unit 3 and unit 4. And if I consider third internals once again for 20 marks, here it is unit 2 and unit 4. And dear student, please make a note here. So the maximum marks are awarded based on the average of 3 internals. Now let me discuss the question paper pattern. So dear student, this subject is only for 80 marks. That means you're going to write the exam, that is final exam, only for 80 marks. And the question paper is divided into 2 sections or 2 parts, that is part A and part B. Under part A, you have 12 questions. Out of 12, you have to answer only 10 questions and each carries 2 marks. And if I consider part B or section B, you have 4 main questions, and these 4 main questions are further subdivided, that is A and B, here or option C and D. That means from first main question you have or option. That means you want to answer either A and B or C and D. So here this A and B is for 15 marks. Here this C and D is also for 15 marks. And this 15 marks is further divided into 7 plus 8. If I consider second main question, same format. If I consider third main question, same format. And if I consider fourth main question, same format. And to study out, that is full marks in the subject, is very easy because here we are going to play with the numbers. And if you know how to use the calculator properly, then it is very easy to score 80 marks. Now let me to consider the books which you have to refer. That is, you have to refer Computer Oriented Numerical Methods by Rajaraman V or Fundamentals of Mathematical Statistics by Gupta and Kapoor. So dear student, you can able to refer either first book or second book. Anyway, dear student, this is all about introduction about the subject. So what is the subject name here? That is numerical and statistical analysis. Anyway, dear student, let's meet in the next session with the introduction about numerical and statistical analysis. Until that, keep watching and keep learning. Thank you.